Hi there. It's November 29th and time for Proverbs 29. Almost done with another month here. Then we could start a new Bible version. Okay, verse 1. Now, this is the last of the Solomon's Proverbs that King Hezekiah's men copied down. A man often reproved, hardening the neck, is suddenly broken and there is no healing. Right? One who becomes stiff-necked after many reprimands will be shattered instantly beyond recovery. You know anybody like that? 2. In the multiplying of the righteous, the people rejoice, and in the ruling of the wicked, the people sigh. Right. Sigh. The people sigh. When the wicked rule, people groan. When the righteous flourish, the people rejoice. 3. A man loving wisdom rejoiceth his father, and a friend of harlots destroyeth wealth. 2 different things, huh? One who loves wisdom brings joy to his father, and one who consorts with prostitutes destroys his wealth. Pretty much. For a king by judgment establisheth a land, and one receiving gifts throweth it down. It says here, a man who demands contributions or offerings. It refers to offerings in worship, but bribes, okay? Somebody who will only, that's pay to play, okay? Someone who will only do something for money, okay? And not by justice. All right. 5. A man taking a portion above his neighbor spreadeth a net for his own steps. A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. See, now I used to thought this was a safety net, but I think they mean it as a trap, okay? You're flattering your neighbor, you're spreading a trap for your feet. Let me know what you think about that one. 6. In the transgression of the evil is a snare, and the righteous doth sing and rejoice. In the transgression of the evil is a snare. Wow. This Young's literal translation is very literal, isn't it? An evil man is caught by sin, but the righteous one sings and rejoices. The transgression of the evil is a snare, a trap, caught. The righteous sings and rejoices. Right. It turns it around, huh? 7. The righteous knoweth the plea of the poor. The wicked understandeth not knowledge. Right. Righteous knows the rights of the poor, but the wicked does not understand these concerns. He just doesn't care, right? Just doesn't care. 8. Men of scorning ensnare a city, and the wise turn back anger. Mockers, it says over here, ensnare a city. Protesters ensnare a city, and the wise turn away anger. Right? Protesters. 9. A wise man is judged by the foolish man, and he hath been angry, and he hath laughed, and there is no rest. Man, I have no idea what he's saying. If a wise man goes to court with a fool, there will be ranting and raving, but no resolution. Simple English, right? A wise man is judged by the foolish man, and he hath been angry, and he hath laughed, and there is no rest. Wow, that is a mouthful right there. Right. 10. Men of blood hate the perfect, and the upright seek his soul. It says over here, bloodthirsty men hate an honest person, but the upright care about him. that what that says to you? Men of blood hate the perfect, up and upright seek his soul. Seeking somebody's soul is a good thing in the old language, okay? Everything's been turned around. 11. A fool bringeth out all his mind, and the wise, till afterwards, restraineth it. Man. A fool gives full vent to his anger, but the wise man holds it in check. Right? That. Hold your temper. Keep it inside. Right? 12. A ruler who is attending to lying words, all his ministers are wicked. Right? If a ruler listens to lies, all his ministers will be wicked. Right there. 13. The poor and the man of frauds have met together. Jehovah is enlightening the eyes of them both. The Lord gives light to the eyes of both the oppressor and the fraudster and the poor. 14. A king that is judging truly the poor, his throne forever is established. Right. Judges the poor with fairness truly, his throne will be established forever. Instead of giving favors to the rich, right? A lot of them do that. 15. A rod and reproof give wisdom, and a youth led away is shaming his mother. Right. That's what it says. Spank your children when they're bad. Teach them right from wrong when they are young, because when they are older, it will be too late. 16. And the multiplying of the wicked transgression multiplieth, and the righteous on their fall do look. Wow. When the wicked increase, well, it increases, but the righteous will see their downfall. Simple English. I like simple English better, right? But I said we'd do this version, and we are doing this version till the end, right? Mostly looking for differences, okay? Stuff that they've completely turned around. It says two different things, but it really doesn't in most cases, so. There's another one. Chastise thy son, and he giveth thee comfort. Yea, he giveth delights to thy soul. Discipline your son, and he will bring you peace of mind and give you delight. Okay. Those two go together. 18. Without a vision is a people made naked, and whoso is keeping the law owes his happiness. Without a revelation, people run wild, but one who listens to instructions will be happy. Revelation, vision, instructions. Here's what we're going to do, right? 19. By words a servant is not instructed through, though he understand, and there is nothing answering. By words a servant is not instructed, though he understand, and there is nothing answering. Wow. What does that mean? Can you tell me what that means? Let's go over here. A slave cannot be disciplined by words, though he understands, he doesn't respond. Okay. Do you suppose they talked like this in 1898? Maybe, all right. By words a servant is not instructed, though he understand, and there is nothing answering. 20. Thou hast seen a man hasty in his words, more hope of a fool than of him. Now we remember Solomon saying this, right? In his own hand. You see a man hasty in his words, there's more hope for a fool than for him. Right? Speaks too soon. Now people speak without thinking. 21. Whoso is bringing up his servant delicately from youth, at his later end will also he is a continuator. Wow, continuator. There's a word I have never heard. A slave pampered from his youth will become arrogant later on. It says a son, actually. I think. Obscure. Continuator. Right. We don't have servants now, so. I mean, it was very normal to have slaves and servants and indentured people you didn't have to pay. It's just 22, an angry man stirreth up contention, and a furious man is multiplying transgression. An angry man stirreth up contention, and a furious man is multiplying transgression. An angry man stirs up conflict, and a hot-tempered man increases rebellion. Yes, they do. Yeah, I just end up reading the whole thing over here, huh? The pride of man humbleth him, and the humility of spirit upholdeth honor. A person's pride will humble him, but a humble spirit will gain honor. Right. Right, we will highlight that one. Right, your pride will humble you, and your humbleness will lift you up and get you honored. Get that? 24, whoso is sharing with a thief is hating his own soul. Execration he heareth and telleth not. To be a thief's partner is to hate oneself. He hears the curse and will not testify. Okay, simple, right? If you share with a thief, you hate yourself. Right? You hear the curse, you won't testify. Right. 25, fear of man causeth a snare, and the confident in Jehovah is set on high. Okay, that's what it says, if you can understand it. Right. The fear of man is a snare. The one who trusts in the Lord is protected, set on high. Okay. You trust men over God? Bad. Big mistake, right? That's a snare, that's a trap. 26, many are seeking the face of a ruler, and from Jehovah is the judgment of each. Many seek a ruler's favor, but the man receives justice from the Lord. Right. And 27, an abomination to the righteous is the perverse man, and an abomination to the wicked is the upright in the way. Right? An unjust man is detestable to the righteous, and one whose way is upright is detestable to the wicked. Right? The good hate the bad, and the bad hate the good. Just that simple. The good hate the bad, and the bad hate the good. Right? The good hate the bad because they're bad. Okay? The bad hate the good because they're afraid of them and don't want to be found out for the bad things they're doing. So there you go. That's 29. We'll go over the highlights here real quick. In multiplying of the righteous, the people rejoice, and in the ruling of the wicked, the people sigh. Okay. When the righteous flourish, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, people groan. Right? We have been groaning for years now, haven't we? You give people too much money and too much power, and the rules don't apply to them, and then pretty soon, you're groaning. And we highlighted 8. Men of scorning ensnare a city, and the wise turn back anger. Wow. Mockers, protesters inflame a city, but the wise turn away or turn back anger. Right. Sometimes it's wise just not to go to those big cities. Right? I highlighted 11. A fool bringeth out all his mind, and the wise till afterwards restraineth it. Right. A fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man holds it in check. Right. You can hold your anger. Can you do that? Not easy sometimes. 15 and 17, these are both about disciplining your children. A rod of reproof gives wisdom, and youth led away is shaming his mother. Right. Left to himself will disgrace his mother. You let little kids get away with stuff, they're going to think they can get away with it when they're older, and they will learn a very hard lesson. Right? So chastise thy son, and he giveth thee comfort, yea, he giveth delights to thy soul. Discipline your son, and it will bring you peace of mind and give you delight. Right? Peace of mind. Okay, 20. Thou hast seen a man hasty in his words, more hope of a fool than of him. Do you see a man who speaks too soon? There's more hope for a fool than for him. Right? Somebody who blurts out stuff in anger or stuff, right? 23, the pride of man humbleth him, and humility of spirit upholdeth honor. A person's pride will humble him, but a humble spirit will gain honor. You could put things like this, and then everybody will it'll just go right over their head, and they won't know what you're talking about, okay? A prideful man, a man's pride, his arrogance, his conceitedness will bring him down, right? Will get him punched and humbled. But a person who is humble to begin with will be honored, right? You are honored when other people lift you up, not when you lift up yourself. Okay? There's a lot to say in something that's confusing. And 25, fear of man causeth a snare, and the confident in Jehovah is set on high. Okay. The fear of man is a snare. But the one who trusts in the Lord is protected, right? Always trust God over man. God's law over man's law. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 29, November 29th. They call this Black Friday. If you want to save a lot of money, stay home, okay? Just stay home. Or stay off of Amazon, all right? So, there you have it. We're going to day 334, and we're in the book of 1 Corinthians, okay? 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. But until later, we'll do it again. See ya.